focus in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, this regarding yet another objection that's been made by the separatists, objecting to the reported move by the state government there to give domicile certificates to West Pakistan refugees who've been staying in the state. The Hurriyat there alleges that this is an attempt to change the demography of the state. In fact, the separatists have found yet another issue to protest this Friday. This is going to be the main point of protest there tomorrow, being Friday. We have with us our principal correspondent Arish Bilal getting us further updates there. Arish, help us understand on the nature of objections here being raised by the separatists.
Well, that's right. In fact, the Hurriyat conference has issued a very powerful statement, not only against the PDP but also the BJP, saying that it was part of their vote bank politics where they are trying to settle the West Pakistan refugees in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The point which is being raised by the Hurriyat conference is that India is such a huge country, and why is it mandatory for the BJP, PDP government to settle them in Jammu and Kashmir, which according to it within quotes is a disputed territory. So Hurriyat conference lashing out at both PDP and the BJP, saying it's a part of their politics. And in fact, the Hurriyat conference has called for a shutdown on Friday, that is 25th of December, when it has asked people to come on the streets.
So yet another reason to call yet another shutdown there. Arish, that's being put out by the separatists in Jammu and Kashmir. They're in fact objecting to the reports there of the Jammu and Kashmir government in wanting to give domicile certificates to refugees belonging to West Pakistan. The Hurriyat, along with other separatist groups here together, alleging that this is an attempt to change the demography of the state. The separatists have in fact made this an issue for their upcoming protest on Friday, that being tomorrow. Our principal correspondent Arish Bilal getting us further inputs here on what's the point of contention as far as the Hurriyat goes on West Pakistan refugees being given domicile status. Arish.
Well, that's right. In fact, the Hurriyat conference has made it clear through its lengthy statement, where it has clarified that though it was not against the rehabilitation and the welfare of the Western Pakistan refugees, but it was against issuing a domicile certificate to the refugees who have been putting in most parts of Jammu region for the last so many years now. In fact, their rehabilitation has been on the agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party, and it has been used in the elections as well by the party, and this being the reason that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during one of his visits to the Jammu region, had promised their rehabilitation. And now that the PDP, BJP government complaining about 2 years in power, they have started the process. In fact, we are told by our sources that the administration in Jammu has already been directed to issue domicile certificates to these Western Pakistan refugees, but this is not going well with the Hurriyat conference. They have lashed out at the PDP, BJP government, saying it was anti-Muslim and anti-Kashmir and aimed at changing the demography of the J&K state, and they have made it clear that they are going to fight it tooth and nail. And in fact, they have called for a protest shutdown on Friday, that's tomorrow, and asked people across the state to protest against this move of the J&K government.
Arish, help us understand the technicalities behind this. Issuing domicile certificates to the refugees there would only further help in a better rehabilitation in the state. Why would the Hurriyat oppose that?
Well, that's absolutely right. And remember, this is not a permanent resident certificate. So issuing a domicile certificate to the Western Pakistan refugees would entitle them to certain rights which they have been denied in their stay in Jammu for the last so many years. But the point that Hurriyat conference is making, that why is it mandatory for the BJP, PDP government to rehabilitate them in Jammu, Kashmir only? Why can't they rehabilitate in other parts of the country? So this is the point that is right now being made by the Hurriyat conference, and they are trying to cash on it, because remember, we have seen the longest ever unrest in Kashmir Valley during the last 5 months, and when the situation slightly trying to normalize, this issue coming up, and this is not going to die down here, the Hurriyat conference and other stakeholders in Kashmir Valley will definitely try to rake it up in the coming days.
Arish, is it only the Hurriyat or the separatists protesting against this? Are there other political parties in the state who've protested against this move, who've in fact shown their criticism against this move?
Well, so far, no mainstream political party has issued any statement regarding this. But yes, the separatist group has come together. In fact, all the groups, including the moderate Hurriyat Conference, the hardline Hurriyat Conference led by Sayyid Shah Gilani, the Shabir Shah group, the ASEAN Drabi group, and other smaller groups, they have issued separate statements in the local papers today and have called for a joint program against this move of the J&K government, wherein domicile certificates are being issued to the West Pakistan refugees, and in fact supported the shutdown call and protest call that has been called for tomorrow, the Friday, 25th of December.
Arish, in that elaborate statement that has been released by the Hurriyat and the other minor separatist groups there in Jammu and Kashmir, they're also in fact alleging that the PDP, the ruling state government, the PDP along with the BJP, essentially accusing the PDP there of deceitfully pushing the Hindutva agenda of its coalition partners. How is that?
Well, that's absolutely right. There is a specific mention of the point you have made. The Hurriyat Conference has lashed out at the PDP, saying that it is trying to keep its partner in governance, that is BJP, happy by keeping mum on the issue and is pursuing the Hinduism agenda, which according to it is anti-Muslim and anti-Kashmir, and PDP will have to answer to its people, because remember, PDP has its base in Kashmir Valley, and PDP has all its seats in the Legislative Assembly are from the Kashmir Valley. The Hurriyat Conference making its point here that the PDP will have to pay back and will have to reply to its voters that how it's helping the Bharatiya Janata Party to pursue its agenda of Hindutva and how it's trying to fulfill the promises that have been made by the BJP to the people in Jammu and particularly the West Pakistan refugees. The Hurriyat Conference alleging that PDP is hand in glove with the BJP in pursuing its agenda in Jammu and Kashmir.
Is this a sizable number of people that we're looking at, refugees coming in from West Pakistan, that the Hurriyat are making this strong a statement against this move?
Well, that's right. There are thousands of them who are living in Jammu region for the last so many years. And remember, they are living in a very pathetic condition. And it has been a vote bank for some of the leaders in Jammu region, and they have been educating their rehabilitation for the last so many years now. And even during the assembly elections, it has been one of the planks of the Bharatiya Janata Party to ensure their rehabilitation, and the party has been promising it from time to time. And as I mentioned earlier as well, that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has promised their rehabilitation during one of his visits to the Jammu region. And now, as I said, the PDP, BJP government consolidating its position in the state, they have now started implementing the promises they have made to the people of Jammu, particularly the Western Pakistan refugees.
Okay.
And they are beginning with issuing these domicile certificates to them.
All right, Arish, thanks for getting us all of those details concerning this issue. Domicile certificates are to be issued to refugees coming in from West Pakistan who've been staying in Jammu and Kashmir for the past several years. We'll leave it at that.